specifically for wellness companies, health coaching companies, fitness companies. Anything related to health, wellness, or fitness is probably going to get the most out of it. That being said, if you're outside of these industries, you'll get some basic pointers on how to edit this form of content. Now, just a quick background on me. I've been in digital marketing for over 10 years. I do a lot of social media and branding coaching. We also do social media management. Obviously, content editing is something that we do. And outside of social media, we also do search engine optimization, websites, ad campaigns, you name it, we do it. We create customized plans for our clients. So nothing's cookie cutter, everything's custom made for you, including the content itself, the strategy, the whole 9 yards. So that's a little crash course on me. You can go to our website, which is COSmarketingagency.com, to find out more information about us. Okay, so we're gonna get started on this tutorial video. So I'm gonna go and edit this video on Reels. The actual tutorial by itself on how to do the step-by-steps of the Reels, I'm gonna put in a separate video. This is just gonna go into how I edit these types of long-form tutorial videos. In fact, you're gonna get so much information out of this video once it goes live that we are calling it a masterclass, okay? So we're calling it a masterclass because this is going to give us a lot of information. So we edit on Canva. You see this here, this is Canva. It's a very, very good way to edit content, all different forms of content, not just tutorials. You can edit your shorts on here. That's what we talk about inside of the tutorial that we're editing here today. We're just doing this video to show you how we edit these kinds of tutorials. But we also do top 10 videos, informative videos, Q&As, really any type of video you can edit in Canva very seamlessly. I recommend getting the premium Canva, which is only $20 a month. However, the free version can still get you very far and is still very, very effective. Okay, so we're gonna get started editing this video. So I went ahead and set up a few things. Because we've edited so many of these tutorial masterclass videos, I went and I made a copy of an old one and I just changed some things around. The thumbnail is set up so that it properly shows what we're doing here. You want the audience to see something that grabs their attention. It makes it clear what this video is about. We have people going like this, doing yoga, so it implies wellness, and then we say it on the thumbnail. And it's very, very clear. In this video that I'm editing right now, you're gonna learn how to create reels for the wellness industry. I'm using the term wellness specifically because I want to use a broad term that's going to bring in health coaches, wellness gurus, yoga instructors, and all kinds of different things, rather than being very specific to one industry. Now, I can make another video very similar to this and do that if I wanted to target them specifically as well. You want to think about both the creative aspect of these videos that you make, and you want to think about it from a keyword perspective. Because if the keywords aren't right, nobody's going to see the creative content that took you so long to build. Keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to get started. I built this slide that you see here. This is our intro that we always put in the beginning of our videos. We always have a welcome thing. We always have a background on me. I just kind of change the colors and I change the background so it's clear what kind of content it's about. This is all wellness, so you're going to see people looking happy and making some kind of transformation and things that promote relaxation. This actually could work for spas as well, med spas, things like that too. It's not too far off. I always start out with a question because I want to get people thinking. And I want to get them watching this video and focus on what I'm talking about rather than just jumping right into the tutorial. That's how I do things. It seems to be working for me. You may need to adapt this for you and your brand. The only way you are going to know what works and doesn't work is try. All right, so why do we need Reels, aka Shorts? Because they allow us to reach a wider audience through popular video content that is typically less than a minute long. Now, at the time that I am filming this video, which is January 17th, 2024, I believe Reels can go up to 2 or even 3 minutes long. So Reels can be longer than they used to be, but I find that they're much more effective when they stay as short as possible, under a minute long. Actual longer form videos that are horizontal instead of vertical, those I believe should be longer, at least 2-3 minutes long. We like to do ours longer than that, but I would say probably minimum like 3 minutes or so. Then we always have a subscribe in our video tutorials, or any of our videos really. It's very important to make sure that you let your audience know to subscribe. Otherwise, they might forget. So while we're on that subject, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate it. It helps us out tremendously, so we can keep on giving you some amazing free information. We do charge our consultant clients for one-on-one tutorials. This, you can get a lot of information for free and do it on your own if you like. So please reciprocate the love and definitely hit that subscribe button. All right, so we say let's get started, which indicates that we are started with our tutorial. So this is from a previous tutorial that we did that was about TikTok. That's why we have these darker colors with this kind of theme here. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. We can remove the arrow for right now. Now I'm going to go to, move this over a little bit. I'm going to go to our tutorial video. This tutorial video I did with one of our contractors. His name is Murray. And I'm going to lower this to 70. And then I'm going to go to replace background. Okay, so the first part of this video, he was talking to me about something else, and we had to kind of segue into the tutorial. I put my hands up and I did a clapping motion to indicate we were starting. So until I see that clapping motion, I'm going to keep on moving this over, because I don't want a bunch of us talking about something that's not related to the tutorial, because it will be long to begin with. So I'm scratching my face. It doesn't look like a clap. Let's keep on going until we see the clap. That might be coming up soon. You see what, let me listen to see what I'm saying here. Okay, so he was talking about one of our software systems that we use for shorts besides Canva. Let's keep on going. I think it's going to start soon. Let's see. We did a lot of talking about other things before the tutorial started, which is fine. But we don't want that in there. I'm going to check this. Okay. So still talking about other stuff, making sure that I find that start point. And I'm clapping right here. So let's watch this. So I start out right here, and I'm just going to listen to it just to verify. Okay, so this is where it starts. Day in call. All right, so this is where the actual tutorial for the reel starts. So I basically moving this over eliminates all that other talking back and forth, which we don't need. Nobody needs to know all the little odds and ends that we're doing for the week that Murray wanted to talk about, because it has nothing to do with the tutorial. So I'm going to add in this little graphic here. It indicates that we're talking about wellness. It's a fun little graphic. I think it works perfectly for what we're doing, because there's electronics and stuff involved in it. The slide itself and all the other slides, that when you click on it, you're going to see here fade is an animation. So anytime there's a new slide that comes up, it's going to fade in instead of just kind of pop up. those little tricks with extra movement keeps people's attention. So you want to make sure you always have transitions in between slides. And we can go into more detail about every single little detail and section of Canva if you guys want to. This tutorial is going to not necessarily be for somebody that's never edited and is in a day one kind of situation with this. But if you want me to go through all of Canva's features, I probably have some videos we did that, but I can do a new one or something that's a little bit more extensive if you guys want. But I won't know unless you drop a comment, so make sure you do that. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead of the tutorial just a little bit, and I'm going to find a place where it makes sense to break the slide, do a transition, and maybe add in a text with some information, just so that it doesn't get too mundane. If it doesn't make sense to do that, or at all, or very little, I'm going to do it where it makes sense, not just to throw in an extra slide to confuse people or to get people's attention. If it's to get someone's attention, it needs to be for a reason. It needs to provide some kind of extra information. It needs to provide value. All right. So I'm going to pick here, which is a little bit later, see where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to say something here. I don't know if you guys can hear this in the recording, but I'm talking about this type of content can be very successful because of the type of content that it is, meaning that it's inspirational content and it's very relevant reminders that people can everyone needs reminders to drink water or to take care of themselves these days. Self-care is a big thing. So I'm going to hit split page. Now the page is split, which means I can add in a text transition right there. So I'm going to go over here to the end of it. See, it's quite long, so these transitions will help. I'm going to go ahead and remove all the extra fluff at the end that has nothing to do with us. I'm going to keep some of the text slides because I might want to add in and alter some of the text slides later. I'm going to keep that extra subscribe slide as well because we're going to tell them to subscribe in the video another place as well. And we're going to keep these and adapt them at the end. Okay, so this text slide here, and having 3 or 4 text slides come up sounds about right to me. I'm going to have this particular text slide. Okay, here. We wanted to come up here. So this slide, so it goes from this slide, the beginning, we're basically talking about what we're going to do more than doing it. And then we're going to say, plan ahead before you start editing. It is so easy just to be like, okay, it's editing time. And then you forget, okay, why am I doing this? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? I cannot understate how important it is to have a plan going into it. Don't just throw things together and hope it's going to work. Okay, guys, let's make sure this video is still rolling. Okay, so we're going to remove this and we're going to make this shorter. And then we're going to fill the screen. And we're going to make the text white so it's easier to see, and we're going to make it larger for the same reason so it's easier to see. And boom, there's the logo. Okay, we're going to have some wellness related imagery here, kind of blue in look. I'm actually going to take this, I'm going to move this up because I like it better there, and I actually want this to be what's more prominent. Cool. So we can actually use this as a base because this is more like what we want for this tutorial rather than the other ones. So I'm going to go over here towards the end and I'm going to remove these slides because it's going to take me longer to edit them than it would something else. We're going to keep that subscribe button right there for now, but we're probably going to move that too, or subscribe slide rather. All right, so we're going to go back to this part. Then I'm starting to edit. the reels here. And if you want to see like broken down how I'm editing these reels, I am happy to do it. The actual video of the tutorial, not me teaching you how to edit the tutorials, should be up more than likely before this video or right after this video. So I'm going to change the little graphic design here because it kind of switches it up a little bit. We used this before, so how about we use maybe this instead? So it's a similar style, but it's not the same thing. Again, we're trying to break it up and kind of trying to do different things so it's not mundane. All right, so we're going to continue going through it. I want to stop it like maybe when I get to another reel or something, or when I finish this one. Kind of trying to find a good stopping point. Really, any of these would be good. So I'm going to hit export on that reel. And I said, okay, and we're downloading it. So that's a good place to change. So in this tutorial, when you guys end up looking at it later down the line, you're gonna actually get several different reels that we're editing in that same video. So I think that's gonna be interesting. All right, so we did this. We went to grid view and we're going to duplicate. And we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this here, and we're going to say, let me go to the start of this slide and just get an idea of what's right there. I'm going to say, let's make another reel. Again, just trying to break it up periodically so it's not boring and mundane. We're going to put this thing here. Cool design, very similar. Canva's really good about showing you similar photos and graphics, so you don't have to guess too much. Like, what do I use? It takes the guesswork out of it. It is so good. I mean, it's more than worth $20 a year. It's a steal. Or $20 a month rather. But you know, they do have a free version, so keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to change the graphic here, same reason, using different graphics, switching it up, keeping it from being boring. Let's do that one because it's got this cool little nighttime vibe. It's cute. I think it's cute. You know, this is a video that's probably a little bit more focused for the female audience, which is fine. You know, we've done a lot of more masculine content for a long time. Sometimes switching it up is a nice change for the lady being female business owners out there. You don't have to be female though to be a health coach. Just kind of more female oriented content in this video. All right, so we're going to keep on rolling here, and we are downloading it here. Let's see where we have a good stopping point. Okay, so I said here, we're putting it to the side. So that means we're doing another reel. So I think I went through and I edited 4 different reels or something like that in this video. All right, so we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna say, we're gonna say, the next one is benefits of such and such. So we're going to say reels about the benefits of your services will bring you well-informed prospects. The more you can educate your audience, the more you become an authority. The better off you are, because if somebody's watching your video content, they get all the basic information. They're not going to waste your time asking, what is yoga? What is wellness? What does this mean? I mean, they might, it's always a possibility, but if you're answering these questions in your content, it cuts down on a lot of the fluff. It saves you time. Do you want to save yourself time, therefore saving yourself money? Or do you want your clients to ask you every little question? You know, the decision is yours, but as far as I'm concerned, I like to answer and address my clients' concerns before they even call me. That way, once they hear me and see me over the phone or video chat, it's just like icing on the cake. Then we get into the specifics about how that's going to relate to them and how we're going to tailor it to them. Same thing, I'm adding in more graphics that are a little bit different, and I'm going to find a good stopping point maybe at the end of the next reel. Seems to be working for us. We'll see though. See where we're ending. See. So let's do this one, a different kind of text saying, brainstorming with a team will give you better ideas or more ideas. Brainstorming with others can be very beneficial. Brainstorming about your marketing with others can be very beneficial. You don't want too many cooks in the kitchen, but having one or two people that you can bounce ideas off of, always helpful. That's one of the many reasons why I'm so grateful to have an awesome team by my side. I like this image here. I want something that's clean and it makes it easy to see the text. I don't want a bunch of stuff on there crowding it and then you can't even see the graphic I'm posting. That's a little bit too much neutral. Let's see what else we can do here. That's a pregnant, that's fine if it's a pregnant lady, why not? That works though. Pregnant ladies can do yoga, of course they can. All right, next one, getting into the next slide here. We're gonna do this one. Actually, no, too dark. I want this, I want color. I like blues, I like purples for this. Okay, so we're going to continue. Let's look at here because we got some color transitioning. What's going on here? Okay, so we talk about color theory right about here. So this is actually a good transitional area to have another slide. So we're going to say here, duplicate, and we're going to say being consistent with your brand color matters. And then I spelled brand wrong. Brand color matters. You always want to be consistent with your colors. Always, always, always. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for people to understand who you're trying to go for and if it's even the same company. Your average person is going to want to see you or needs to see you online maybe 7 to 12 times before they even register that you exist. That is really cute. Let's see that. Then we're going to find a graphic. This one's fine. We'll make it smaller. I'm just touching it. All right, so we're going to go to the next thing here. All right, let's pause about here, see what I'm saying. I might want to edit it here. Let's see. I'm going to go a little bit further. Let's try this. So I'm just going through this and I'm trying to find music. Finding the right music can be really difficult. Canva's got a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to put something about the music in here. So I'm going to say, your type of music selections should Also be consistent. If you have a rock star, rock vibe in your content, and then all of a sudden you're doing like cutesy little pop, it's not going to really transition well, is it? So understand the vibe of your audience, and that's also going to affect what kind of music you in your videos. Super important to keep in mind, and I see people who just throw together a song and they're not even thinking about it. Oh, the song's trending, let me use this. It's got to make sense for your audience. It's got to fit the audience. It's got to. All right, so we are going through, and let's stop here, and actually we're gonna, oh, I forgot to change the graphic, so we're gonna change the graphic again. Let's go to see magic recommendations. In this part, this will give us some new stuff. This is kind of cute. Oh, that's really cute. Let's do this. And then let's start about here, a little bit further, like here, and see what we got. Okay, so here I'm talking about organization of files. File organization, so important. So you spend all this time, you make amazing videos. Maybe you do a few at a time, and then you can't find it. Imagine that. You don't want that to happen. File organization is very important to save time. Anytime I can save you time, I did my job. I want to save you guys time. Editing and managing your social media content should not be the stressful thing that takes you hundreds and hundreds of hours a month. The people that need hundreds of hours a month of social media outreach, they're doing ad campaigns, they're doing direct messaging outreach, they're doing a million different things. Just editing the content itself should not be this huge endeavor that's stressful. Okay, I want to make this fun for you guys. All right, so we're going to change this graphic. We're going to do, let's do this one. Super cute with the red cheeks. I like that. I do this. All right, and then we're going to find another part of the video. Let's see here. Let's go forward a little bit, sorry. Okay. I'm just saying what I'm going to do with it after I... So this part I'm talking about the next step of editing I'm going to do after that particular meeting, which it's at the time I'm talking to you guys right now, the editing for the rest of those reels is done. Finding a good stopping point for a slide transition. Let's see. I like the cat in the background. That's really cute. So I'm gonna keep that part. I'm probably gonna keep it to the end. All right, so let's make a transition maybe here, splitting the page, and we're going to add in that subscribe there. So actually we're going to do this, go in grid mode, and then we're going to go before this, and boom. All right, so we're going to say, we hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Awesome, cool. We need a different background because it's too dark. We need something that is more flowy and wellness and relaxing vibes. All right, So this I think would work better. I want something with less things in it. There we go. So it's not covering the flower. Let's get ourselves another element. Let's do, can I change the color? Nope, I can't. Oh, I can change the color. I'm going to change the color to not gray, maybe blue. That's nice. So we're going to make this a little bit smaller. And we're going to make this bigger. I think that's good. Not a long enough time in the slide. Okay. Comment below if anything you want to see next. If you want to keep that. Always ask for comments. Same thing as a subscribe request. You have to ask for engagement. You can't expect people to do it without you telling them to. It's just how it goes. All right, we're going to do that. That's pretty cool. Keeps with the colors and the good vibes of this video. We're going to make that longer. We're going to make that longer. We're going to check slide length because we want it to be like not too short, not too long, right? All right. Contact us. Here's our contact information. I'm fine with using that as is. This can be a little bit longer. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the text transitions. I want to check out all of these. So that's good. That's good. That's good. This could be a little bit longer. This could be a little bit longer. That could be a little bit longer. This could be a little bit longer. Maybe not 5 seconds, but yeah, that's fine. We're going to make this a little bit longer. We're going to go here, double click, make that a little bit longer. Maybe you could read it in 3 seconds, but you know, if not, I don't want you to say, oh, it's scrolling too quick, and then you have to pause a million times. That can get frustrating. I can tell you that from experience, watching God knows how many videos throughout the years. I'm going to make these slides a little bit longer. Anything that I see that might need some length added to it, I'm going to do that now. Well, I could have done that while I had it set up initially, but that quite honestly slipped my mind. I did try a little bit longer. And then let's look at these. That can be a little bit longer. This can be a little bit longer. This is fine. Being a little bit longer. Okay. Subscribe. Outro. End screen. We're going to make the end screen just a little bit longer. And we have basically a 30-minute video that we edited in next to no time. I mean, this was super quick. 4 seconds is good with this. Okay. So we're going to hit share, download, and download again as an MP4. And we're also going to download it as a JPEG, file size medium. Now, once I do this and I download it as a JPEG, I will have the ability to have things like this as a screenshot. So now all these slides become photo posts. I can use those photo posts to promote this video and to promote our marketing for wellness, wellness coaches, fitness coaches, yoga coaches, anything health and wellness related and marketing. I can use that to promote that as a photo post. So I don't have to sit there and edit separate photo posts. I'm getting them from my long form video, which takes a little while to edit anyway. So get more out of your long form content. A lot of people are hesitant with long form content, but they don't realize you can break that up into still posts. You can make shorter versions of it and use it as shorts, or chop it up into other things. Make your content last, have it work for you, get creative with it, use it in different ways, and maximize your time with COSMarketing Agency, guys. I cannot stress this enough. And it is an absolute pleasure speaking with you guys. I do appreciate your time. This video will be up soon. The actual Reels tutorial that you saw that I was editing in there, that should be up first. If you have any questions, comment down below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to us. We greatly appreciate your time here at COS Marketing Agency. And if you need help with advertising your own social media platforms or perhaps on search, contact us today at 407-334-9378. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye.